What's going on, guys? Ashtinho Plays here, and welcome back to the FIFA 16 Sheffield United Career Mode series. And today we have got episode 6 of season 4, so we are really starting to progress with season 4 now. And if you're excited, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. So anyways, aside from that mandatory stuff, we are now going to get on with the games for this episode after we have checked the squad, which is the same essentially as the one we've been using in most games this season, because I do like to keep the consistency in teams, if you didn't already know. So anyways, we are in the first game now against Swansea away, who we beat 4-1 last season in this fixture. So it'll be interesting to see if we can pull off a repeat, and as we've seen in the past, this season's results can be different from last season's. So they have a close attempt here actually that does require saving, but that was the only notable piece of action before, with just over 40 minutes gone. Tilisso fires this really good effort in. The Swansea defence fails to clear it, and he scores to make it 1-0. Terrible defending. How on earth they let him get in there to score, I do not know. No danger whatsoever when the keeper made that save and Tilisso tried a rebound. But he gets gifted the goal and we take a 1-0 lead. So we hadn't crafted an opening until here in the 62nd minute. Traore was through and he tries to go for placement, not power. Perhaps he should have just smashed that one. But there was still defending to be done before we could dwell on that one. And here we lose the ball in an awkward position and Key hits the bar. Really close to getting an equaliser. And here we give the ball away again, starting to look nervy towards the end of the game. And Key again hits the bar. That's 2 bar hits now in quick succession. And we're starting to look a bit tantalising in this game. But the only way we're going to close it out really is just by getting it in their half and keeping the ball. We did it for a sustained period of time here, and look at this lovely play to get Bertrand Traore in, but he doesn't take the chance. So it ends 1-0, and that is the 4th straight league win for us now. As I said, you know, like often there is a point in the season where you go on a good run. That has been our good run, and in fact still could be extended. Last season it was 4 wins in a row. Maybe it could be 5 this season, who knows. But Everton did the double over us last season, so it's hardly anything to be taken for granted that we'll get that 5th win in a row. So it's still great to go on that run though, because we are looking to get back to our best form, and we're showing signs of that now, because we're looking a very good team at the moment, very efficient. And yeah, the last 2 wins were 1-0, but you got to win those niggly little wins sometimes. You can't always have the perfect performance. So we're going to look to reverse our bad recent run against Everton, because they've been somewhat of a bogey team for us since we came into the Premier League in season 3. But there's always room for that to change. There's always a first for everything. So in the early stages here, with just less than 15 minutes gone, we try to press them into making a mistake and giving the ball away, but we're unsuccessful in doing so, and Barkley gets the shot away, which is well saved. But we were looking a threat on the counter-attack, and Traore here takes it inside. No one challenging him. He takes the shot and it's just wide. Did it all on his own there and was really unlucky not to get a goal. But here, Everton, a fast attack, getting it out wide. It's off the bar from Lukaku, and we don't react well enough, allowing Barkley to head it into the back of the net on the rebound. Really poor defending that on the 41st minute. It's technically the 42nd, but anyways, Barkley gets the goal not long before half time, and we are 1-0 down. So work to do in the second half, but still 45 minutes of football to be played. But the last thing we needed was to go 2 goals down. And here Everton earlier in the second half were pressing to try and get that second goal. Barkley was in here and found Gibson. A sweaty goal, yes, but they do in fact make it 2-0. And they just picked us apart there. Completely picked us apart. And you got to question why that's happening, really. I mean, it shouldn't be, but at the end of the day, it has happened, and we are 2 down, so we're chasing the game. But Traore picks up the ball, takes it on, and scores a brilliant goal after Tolisso passed to him. He still had a lot of work to do, and he makes it 2-1. So, with over 25 minutes left to play in normal time, still plenty of time to get an equaliser. But Everton went on the defensive after that point, and we didn't really get any more chances. So at the end of the day, our poor start to the game cost us, and we couldn't quite get back into it. So yeah, I mean, it was a pretty poor start, and that is pretty annoying, but not the end of the world. That does mean though that our winning run has come to an end, so yeah, that's annoying. But like, you know, you're gonna lose a game at some point, so I guess you just got to accept it. And we have now got focuses on the Champions League and Spartak Moscow, the Russian team. A home game, but they have actually done pretty well so far against some of the so-called better opposition. Like, I mean, they beat Lyon 1-0, so they are not to be taken lightly. They carry a goal threat and can defend at times, but I guess they could be the exact opposite when they play us. Like, they could go from being really defensively solid to just completely capitulating. You never know. Anything can happen in football, so I don't really want to use their previous fixtures as a way of predicting what's going to happen in this one. Fact is, we're playing a strong team and trying to win this one to put us in a commanding position on 7 points after 3 games, and would put us in a position where we are more than likely to qualify. So here, Traore in the early stages already makes it 1-0 at the first attack, and it is really good football actually to get him in with Dicko linking up with him, and he makes no mistake in firing that one into the top left. That's 3 goals for him now in the Champions League, and we were already all over them. And there were going to be more chances in the game. Here, Traore, unopposed, makes it 2-0 after just 8 minutes. So easy for him. I mean, I thought that they were defensively solid, if I'm honest. I really did, based off the results that they got. But like I say, sometimes you can't predict what's going to happen, and Traore already has 2 after 8 minutes. And on 40 minutes, we had a penalty. Makayev getting the yellow card here for this foul. It wasn't last man, so that's fair enough. But Traore with a chance for the hat-trick. He sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and it ends up 3-0 before half-time. Really convincing, and we can just go out to enjoy ourselves in the second half, really. So that was the score at half-time. It was 3-0. And it was all looking like it was going to be pretty easy to wrap up this game. And it may already be wrapped up, so as long as we close out the rest of the game in a professional manner, that will be that, and we will be on 7 points. But obviously it would be great to score more goals. Aaron's here, running them ragged. He passes it to Traore, and that is another great finish from Bertrand Traore, and he gets his 4th goal in 1 game. I mean, just absolutely tore into them here. Like, he's not taking any prisoners, that's for certain. He's not having any sympathy with the defenders, but they do get 1 goal back with finally their first moment of quality in the game, actually. A really good ball in and a really good header, but it's all a bit too late. I mean, if they'd done this from the start of the game, they would have stood a chance, but it's a bit too late to be starting something like that. And they had no more chances in the game. We managed to close it out, and it ended 4-1. 4 goals for Traore. How often do you see that? Well, interestingly enough, this season in real life in the Premier League, we actually see it quite a lot, or at least we did at the start of the season, where players would just like get all of the goals for their team all on their own pretty much. But I mean, it's not really as often now that that happens, so yeah, I guess there's examples of it happening in the past, but it's still not exactly very common, so we'll take that all day long. And we are also in 6th in the league, so it's all going pretty good, within proximity of 4th place by 2 points. So anyways, that's going to be the end of this episode, and if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. and I will see you guys in next Monday's video, episode 7 of season 4. Peace out.